Well, thank you all for coming. This is a great night. Greenbelt Rotary finished honoring Michael Repole over at Three Brothers right down the corridor. This is kind of an extension of that. We'll have some networking and photographs later on. The last item we're going to do actually is unveil the photographs and the biographies of our local heroes. So let me see if I can get my my prop working here. Can everybody hear that? All right, we'll take my word for it. Those were elephants. Now, elephants are supposed to be an endangered species, I understand, but apparently they're alive and well here in Maryland. According to Wikipedia, elephants show empathy for dying or dead individuals of their own kind. So I'm here to beg the elephants that may be present here, please have mercy on us, you Hogan nemesis. Please have mercy on fading individuals of the same species here. And I want to give the Republicans one word of advice. Podemos, si se puede. All right, so now I'd like to recognize elected officials who have joined us here tonight. We have Mayor Pro Tem Jay Davis of the City of Greenbelt. We have City Councilman Ed Putins. We have City Councilman Conrad Hurling. We have City Councilwoman Lita Mack. We have Maryland State Delegate Darrell Barnes. Where's Darrell? Oh, Darrell? Actually, Delegate-elect, I should say. We have Maryland State Delegate-elect Diana Fennell. We have Maryland State Senator Paul Pinsky. We have Maryland State Delegate Jimmy Tarlow. Jimmy? And I hope I haven't missed anyone. As you can see previously, we have honored Mayor Pro Tem Jay Davis, founders of the Harlem Renaissance Foundation, educators, an elected official, community volunteer, public safety professionals, including a canine team, an athlete, several athletes, and a minister. We envision this wall of fame as a valuable teaching tool where children and adults can learn of the great example our honorees represent for all of us. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that our event falls upon the eve of Veterans Day. Veterans Day remarks, wherever delivered, provide a meaningful backdrop to this evening's event. So I'm quoting Susan Morgan. You probably don't know who she is, but she's County Commissioner of Douglas County, Oregon, situated in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, along the Umpqua River. She so eloquently said the other day, "Our veterans who have protected our values, strengthened our country, and made sacrifices beyond duty's call have given even more than that. In a time when we are lacking strong role models for our youth, our veterans serve as a beacon to the generations that follow. They're a strong and shining example of the values and the spirit that founded this nation." So we confirm this evening, this is the role that our honorees have played in our community. Each in their own way, sacrificing personal gain, overcoming challenging difficulties, have provided strong and shining examples of the values and the spirit that we share here as Prince Georgians, as Marylanders, and Americans. Our honorees today are the Honorable Victor Ramirez, State Senator, the Honorable Will Campos, Prince George's County Councilman and Delegate-elect, and Michael Repole, a founder brother of Three Brothers Italian Restaurant here at Beltway Plaza, who was honored posthumously, having passed away on May the 24th. Now, I would like to introduce Denny Tavares, County Councilwoman-elect, who will introduce our first honoree, Senator Victor Ramirez. But first, I have to say a few words about Denny. You notice I never say that I won't give any kind of an introduction. I think everyone, especially those folks who have contributed to the community, deserve one. So Denny has over 15 years government experience as a policy analyst, including tenure as Chief of Staff for Senator Ramirez. She served ably as president of her homeowners association. She's taught both at the Juvenile Correction Facility and at the University of Maryland. She holds master's degrees, dual degrees in public affairs and urban planning, and a bachelor's degree in chemistry. Denny assumes her new official duties on the county council this coming January. Please welcome Denny Tavares.
Thank you so much for this invitation and for Senator Ramirez. It's my pleasure and my honor to introduce Senator Ramirez. He is a friend, a mentor, and now soon to be a colleague. And I just have to say that he's someone who has really worked hard and exemplified what it means to be a community leader. And I call him our fearless leader. And so I just really would love to just tell you a couple of words about him. He's somebody who's homegrown in terms of having attended grown up in Mount Rainier, went and attended all Prince George's County schools. He is a Wildcat from Northwestern High School, and a proud one at that. And I can tell you that he's someone so dedicated in terms of having gone to Frostburg and graduated from there with multiple degrees and gone on and attended law school as well successfully. And he's been someone who's dedicated his life to civic service. And I can, as someone who is an example to me, definitely he's a role model to me in the community, because not only does he attend constituent issues at such basic level, whether it's ensuring that seniors are not abused or through commercial practices, through trying to work here real hard to bring the FBI to our county. And I can tell you that he's always on the right side of the law in terms of making sure that, you know, we're protected, that the working man is protected. And I can't speak highly enough for your next speaker, and I am just so grateful to just get to know him and work closely with him, and now in this new chapter of our lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Denny. Thank you. Please say a few words.
So I would like to say good evening to everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. My name is Victor Ramirez, and thank you, Cap. When Cap sent me an email saying, hey, what do you think about this idea? I thought it was a joke, quite honest. And I say that very sincere, but very appreciative, because when you start to do things for the community, when you start to get involved, you don't think of things that you're going to be, your picture or your name's going to be recognized. You do it because you want to make your community better. You want to make your community progress. You want to make things better for not just yourself, not just your family, but for everyone who lives around you and for the generations to come. It's true, I grew up in Prince George's County. I grew up in Mount Rainier. I'm very proud of it. And quite honestly, I'll give you a short story. I went to Frostburg, and one of the things that I told my roommate, I said, you know, I keep reading on the programs all these kids, the communities are from, because when you go there, they list you as a player. And I said, and I felt so proud when they said, Mount Rainier, Maryland, Victor Ramirez. That's your hometown, right? And one of the reasons is because it's from Prince George's County. And even now, you know, I just came from a veterans event down in D.C., and people ask me, well, you know, what area do you represent? And I say, well, I represent the General Assembly, District 47, Prince George's County. And they said, PG County. I said, yeah, you know, do you know what? We're improving it. and we're improving it every day. And by you coming out here, I know it's not about me, and I know it's not about us individually, but it's about making sure that, you know what, no matter whose face, no matter whose name is up here, is making sure that Prince George's County moves forward. I can tell you countless memories coming here to Greenbelt and coming here to watch the movies, coming here to the gym, coming here to Chuck E. Cheese, coming here to many things. And, you know, living in Mount Rainier and living in Prince George's County, it still makes me proud to live here in Prince George's County. Many of you know this. Many of our friends, many of our guys and gals who we grew up with moved to other parts, but we decided to stay here and make a difference, and that's what I'm proud of. I'm proud of the fact that, you know what? Thank goodness that we were given the tools to do something, to move somewhere else, but we haven't, and we will continue to be here. And just spoke to my wife on the ride here, and I have 2 kids now who are 3 years old and 9 months old, and who are obviously very dear to me, and my wife who grew up here in Prince George's County as well. And I think one of the things that we always think about is our kids, your families, to make Prince George's County a great place to live, to feel, you know, to feel, you know, the honor to say, I live in Prince George's County, I work in Prince George's County, and the Cap, you know, I've known Cap for many years now, and to thank him, quite honestly, to say thank you so much, because when you start to do things for the community, you never think that your name or your face will be recognized, and I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and to be here along with my childhood friend Will Campos, who's going to be coming up here real soon, and to one of the 3 brothers, I like to say. I know Mario very well, and it's a pleasure to be here with your brother. You know, it's a family affair. To say never stop dreaming. I see my colleague Senator Pinsky here, and he deserves to be up here on this wall as well. He is a fighter for this community, and I see my new colleagues. You know what? At the end of the day, there's certain things you leave behind, and it's not about your name, it's not about your picture being up on the wall. It's about the things that you make a difference in this community and in the communities that are around you. And Prince George's County continues to be a thriving, a beautiful community, a diverse community. And there aren't many communities, ladies and gentlemen. If you look around and you see the diverse faces around here, we are one Prince George's County. Don't ever forget that. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Well, as Victor said, I've known him for quite a few years, and not only is he a family man with a beautiful wife and 2 adorable children, but he's a fine attorney tenant. He actually was a tenant of ours in one of our buildings for 8 years, and he always paid his rent on time. Now, at this time, I'd hoped to introduce Alonzo Washington, and I was going to give him a big background so that he could introduce Will Campos. So I don't know what's happened to Alonzo. Maybe he'll come in a few minutes. So why don't we, if you'll just wait a minute, Will, why don't we get to our 3rd honoree, because I know that folks have been here, some of you, since 4 o'clock this afternoon, honoring Michael Repole over at 3 Brothers. So I want to say a word or two about 3 Brothers. 3 Brothers has been an excellent restaurant here for more than 38 years. And in fact, just last Thursday, I met a young family over at 3 Brothers. We were having a meeting there. Father, mother, 2 young sons, enjoying pizza and salad and other foods there. And Dad offered the following. He said, quote, "My dad brought me to 3 Brothers at Beltway Plaza when he was growing up, and I am simply continuing that delicious tradition." So I've known Mario and Pete, and I knew Mike for more than 25 years. Community-minded businessman. So now I think I'd like to have, if Mario would say a few words about his brother Michael, and then we're going to have Glenn Highsmith, who would like to read a letter from the family concerning Michael. Mario?
I think I just ran out of words. So many people that we've been serving for the last 38 years, and I never thought I would be in front of you talking about my brother, because he was the strongest of the family. He was the leader. He was always there for everybody. And the only thing I got to say, I want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for being our friends, our customer. And I don't know what else to say, because I said a lot before and I got a little bit emotional. It becomes a little harder to talk. And I also like to say thank you to my family, my wife, my sister-in-laws, my brother, Pete, which he's hiding. Yeah. My granddaughters, and a lot of my friends that are sitting here. And I want to recognize a couple of my friends that I've been together with. Senator Pinsky, thank you for being my friend. Senator Victor Ramirez, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my friend. And I think we'll continue to be friends to the community, to our immediate families, and we're going to try to do the right thing as long as we are here. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is Glenn Highsmith.
Yes. Cap, thank you very much. This was a heartfelt, it's very personal, it's a heartfelt letter that was sent or written after Michael passed, and I'm going to share it with everyone. And I'll talk about who sent it afterwards. Never will you meet a greater man who more faithfully lived his values. He taught by example. His character was the foundation of our conscience. He taught me the value behind respecting others, to know the difference between right and wrong. He was the most down-to-earth person you would ever meet. Actually, he was the most down-to-earth person you would ever meet. He had respect for all the people and immediately saw the best in you. My uncle was a giver. He was so selfless and was always thinking of others and never let anyone down. I've never heard him tell a lie or intentionally deceive, which is a true testament to his character. He was a man motivated by love, and he taught me that success does not equate to how much money you have or make you what you don't always have to be the loudest, to make you the biggest impact. He could always make you smile. He had a beautiful way of making you see that you should never take life too seriously, that life is too short to let anyone or anything make you unhappy. It's the little things that he did to show you how much he cared about you. The things that when you look back defined who he was. They're the things that we hold close to our hearts and the things that make us miss him more than you can imagine. Thank you for being the most incredible uncle I have ever wanted. Thank you for making sure that the girls and I knew we were loved every single day. And if we ever needed anything, you and Rita were always there. We are lucky, the very lucky ones, to be able to say we were lucky to have you in our lives. Out of everyone in the world, we were given you. Rayleigh and Bella will always know how amazing their Mikey, Uncle Mike, was. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for sharing that emotional tribute from his family. I would hope someday you get a letter like that. So, Will, I have to apologize to you. Very tough act to follow. So we, Democrats in Prince George's County and in Maryland are hardly an endangered species. We've had a number of young people like Will, like Victor, and like Penny Mendoza, who have worked tirelessly, office to office, county offices, coming up and volunteering in community events, and really seeming to be everywhere. So Delegate Alonzo Washington was apparently called away at some committee meeting. And I think, Penny, if you're willing, would you please introduce Will for us?
Thank you, Cap. And Delegate Washington apologizes. He was actually called away at the last minute. Is it on? Oh, okay. Yeah, Delegate Washington sends his apologies. He was called at the last minute for something else. Thank you. I have worked in the office of Councilmember Campos for the last 2 years, but I have, like Cap said, worked in the county for some time. We go way back, and I have known Councilmember Campos and Senator Ramirez for some time. They're not just people I work with, but people I consider close friends. They're fellow Salvadoreños, which makes me really proud. We're all from El Salvador. Councilmember Campos is a product of Prince George's County. He's lived here most of his life. He's attended Prince George's County Public Schools, graduated from Roosevelt, right up the street. So I'm sure he must have spent some time here. Let's hope not during school hours, but I'm sure he's gone to University of Maryland also, and currently resides in Hyattsville. He will be leaving the county council in the next couple of weeks, but we are really excited about his next opportunity in Annapolis as a delegate. And he's someone that will continue to fight for the residents of District 47, District 2, and again, just very proud to call him a friend.
Thank you, Penny. Thank you.
Thank you, Cap. Thank you, Penny. Can everybody hear me okay without this? I lost my voice over the weekend, so I'll do my best. This is an incredible moment, and it's very humbling. Thank you so much, Cap. I'm going to tell you just a quick story of how it is that I met Cap, though, because I think for those of you who don't know him, in the event that you don't, if there's somebody that actually does not know Cap, he is unbelievably community-oriented. The first time that I met him was about 12 years ago, 11 to 12 years ago, at the IHOP right down the street. Every year they used to have, I don't know if they still have it anymore, they used to have a pancake eating contest at the IHOP. And Cap was one of the main sponsors there as well. And I was one of the contestants. And that's the first time I remember meeting Cap, and I remember him saying, great things about the event that we were participating in. Matter of fact, Mayor Dennison at that time, Patricia Dennison, the former mayor of Berwyn Heights, I think she won the contest. It was between the two. Listen to this. This is crazy. Between College Park and Berwyn Heights, they ate over 20 pancakes each. That's how amazing it was. I think I ate 6 pancakes, and I couldn't eat for the rest of the weekend, but it was unbelievable. The point of all that is, though, that Cap Capistan was a main sponsor, a great community-oriented person, a great private partner, and we definitely need to give him a round of applause for all the work that he does. And I mean this with sincerity. I think we definitely should lobby, because I know he's a little conflicted because he works and manages here, but we should lobby to get his face up here on this wall because he truly deserves it. So thank you all so much. If you have grown up in this area, then you know that Beltway Plaza has been a great part of history for all of us, including for ourselves, whether it was the first date going back to Wow, 13, 14 years of age. No, but seriously, we all have had great history here. You guys remember the Chesapeake Bay Seafood House here? Waiting in line for what? At least 45 minutes to an hour to eat all you can eat? June 23rd, 1989. Anybody have any idea what that date is? June 23rd, 1989. It was the release of Batman, the first Batman with Michael Keaton. See where the TJ Maxx is? That's where the line went to wait in line at the Academy 8. And that's where I was, waiting in line. This was 9th grade, June 23rd, 1989. And you guys remember Video Village? Before it was bought out by Blockbuster, before everything came in, the, what do you call it, the Netflix and all that stuff. I was the skinny kid that was renting the videos to you all in the late 90s here at the Video Village. So those are just three things that stand out as far as this mall is concerned. So the reason I bring that up is because, considering the great history going all the way back to, my goodness, elementary school, this mall was it. This mall was it. I grew up right down we grew up right down the street, but I went to school right down the street at Roosevelt. And so this was the next stop right after high school. Many Friday nights, rain or shine. Many movies, many events, many pizzas eaten at Three Brothers. So it's a great honor to be here along with my friend Vic, along with Mario, along with the brothers from Three Brothers. It really is a great honor. Quite frankly, I quite speechless because I didn't realize it was going to be this incredible. And I too, when Vic heard the news, I thought to myself, what did I do? What have I done? I really haven't done much of anything in the regard as our center, for example, and our center here as far as office is concerned. But one of the things that I hope to show you all is that I have loved this community for quite a long time. I've been part of this community, and whether it's the pancake eating contest, whether it was for our city of Highsville, our chief, he's very big into Special Olympics, if you know that, and he does the annual polar bear plunge. And I foolishly chose this year to do the polar bear plunge, but I think it was 7 degrees outside, one of the coldest winters we've ever had. But that's what I love to do. I love to do that because, let's face it, giving back to the community is the least that we should do. So to be up here, having so much history in this mall, and wanting to create so much more history at the state office, along with my colleagues here, this right here is very humbling to me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I really appreciate the great honor. So thank you so much.
So I want to thank Will for the kind words about Beltway Plaza. I try to avoid making any commercial announcements of any kind at events like this one. I have to say, though, I think Will is somewhat modest about what he accomplished when he worked for the county. As he has worked for the county, he was community liaison for the county executive, and I know he was very active over in Langley Park and in Hyattsville in that regard. As a county councilman, I recall going to a groundbreaking ceremony at the University Town Center next to the Metro there. And I think Will was instrumental in that University Town Center development occurring. 900 and some student beds. Students live there from University of Maryland, Bowie State, Catholic University. And I know while he's not always been a perfect friend to the developer, I think he has done a terrific job, really, as county councilman. So having learned of the commitment that our honorees have made to the community today, if you didn't know already, you well understand the choices that we have made here. The owner of Beltway Plaza, in recognition of the commitment, is making a contribution to the Maryland House of Ruth, as requested by Senator Ramirez, a contribution to Artworks Now in Hyattsville, as requested by Will, and a contribution to the Spring Hill Lake Elementary School to honor Michael Repole. With this event and the aforesaid contributions, we're very pleased and proud, privileged to honor these heroes. Now, before I let the heroes go up and unveil their photographs and bios and pose for any photos, I just want to recognize one of our previous honorees, Laura Arbisala, right here. Laura also helps us out in costume as Plaza Woman at various of our events where we give away gift cards and that sort of thing. So without further ado, why don't we have you guys and Pete unveil carefully. Stay with me. Yeah, that's great. All right, Victor, it's up to you now.